Good there. Green microphones, yeah, they are good, that's good. And everything is current. 3.17.12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So many different
One,
apps. There we go. All right, Dan. I am stepping out of the office to give Kat her laptop back. I will be right back. The other gentleman is still working, and hopefully we can hear something coming out of it. I can't hear so I can head.
Are you not hearing me? This is a test. That is the sound of the door shutting. See if I have meter, microphone. Do I have meter at the output? I have meter at the output. And we have meter on the computer, on the OBS. We updated the firmware in the processor, in the USB interface, in the AVB network audio switch, and in the two microphones. All were updated to 3.17.12, which is the latest, greatest. And I'm really hoping that that firmware has some bug fixes for our issue that we're having. But I will not know until Pete gets back. Two cameras. Like
And Pete is back. All right. I still think I'm hearing the. I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it's as bad as it was, but it's still there.
I have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. And this is what we hear through the laptop. I just unmuted my laptop, unmuted the sound, and soon we'll get what will eventually happen is the mics will pick up what I'm picking up, and then it'll pick up once it's being sent through the laptop, and we'll hear a constant loop of what I just said.
Is your mic muted though?
Why is it not working? sound too bad. It's more when you got earphones, earbuds, at least right now. Hopefully Dan firm.
1, 2.
Oh, we're talking now, Dan. I don't know what you're talking about. Which mic is on? Is it the front mic or this back mic?
They're both on.
They're both on.
Yeah.
But you said they should auto switch.
Yeah.
And only one mic is on. So as I'm walking toward the front mic should have picked up and switched directly over to it.
Yes.
And if I walk back to the back mic, probably as soon as I turned around, it started picking it up.
And that should be seamless. So we should be able to walk anywhere in the room.
Which mic is on? Is it the front mic or is it the back mic? Wow, that's weird. There's a delay between my phone and. Okay, Dan's saying when I walk forward it goes worse, so. Can we mute your mic? Let's just mute the rear mic.
Muted the rear mic.
Rear mic is muted. So Dan, by the time you hear this, the rear mic's muted. Everything is coming out of that front mic. I just want to see if it's a difference between front and rear together or one on, one off, you know, whatever. All right. So let's switch it to rear mic only, if we could.
Front mic on, rear
Front
mic
mic's off.
Front mic off.
Front
Rear
mic's
mic
off,
on.
rear mic's on. Okay. So now we're at the strictly to the rear. Now the rear mic is just on. And I'm taking a mint because my mouth is kind of dry. Now we're still just at the rear mic. Let's see how that sounds. Let's go ahead and put them back on. See, both on.
Both mics are on.
Both mics are now on. Okay. Yeah, when it's doing silent, there's definitely sound. And as soon as I start speaking, I think the mics start turning on. And I don't know if they're going mute or if they're going into a low power state. So when it picks up sounds, it starts.
It could. The one thing that I don't like about this program is when I switch over to auto processing, which is what I did when our noise went away.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change it. It is a module that that Biam created, and I can't manipulate it, and I can't even look at it.
But when it was in auto processing, that's when the sound went away.
Yes, that's what, yes.
It's bad. The mics can hear me crunching away at this minute. Can we set it back and leave it at auto processing?
It is now. It still
It is now?
Yeah, yep, still is. I just switched it back. And
Okay, now it's back to manual. Okay.
so it looks like, it's still holding the mic open, but it doesn't have any open mic limits, which means both mics can be on at the same time.
Okay. How do we get it so only one mic is on at any given time?
I can enable open mic limits to 1. I just did that.
Okay.
So now it's last mic hold open. So there's always a mic on. But only one mic can be on. And let's look at our automatic gain processing. One, two. Boop. So that 1, 2. And this.
Any way you can reach out, if we get you like the link to this YouTube and these tests, if you can reach out to IMAC and.
Oh, I have already. I sent them the last one. But that's exactly that's gonna be my next step.
Okay.
And what I,
It's just like it's almost like we're back to, it worked great, then it's not now, and now we're back to chasing our tails.
yeah, yep. So first question is the noise worse or better?
I think it's slightly improved when, once you have been talking for a little bit, but once you start talking, it ramps up
Uh-huh.
and it's really prominent. When there's nobody talking, it's very faint. Then we can start talking, it ramps up, then it settles it back down to that faint, but it's still there.
Yeah, if you could send me what we've done today.
Yeah.
I want to get on the phone with the guys buying. And then the next step from that, if we don't come up with any answers, I can probably get on the Wi-Fi here with a password, and
The guest,
yes, yeah.
just the guest Wi-Fi, yeah.
If I can do that, I can actually connect, do a Baumgart session with the text
Yeah.
live,
Okay.
but I'm gonna see what they say first. See if we can't review this.
Right. And yes, Dan, that is something else we've talked about. Dan's asking, why wouldn't we be able to lower the amount of distance that is needed to pick up his voice? Which you suggested by moving the mic from the back, it's like
Yes.
right underneath it, which would lower the distance and it would put it right in that key spot.
Right.
Before we did that, we thought we had it fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm sure hopefully he's still listening, if not, I'll explain to him later.
And that's still something that eventually I would like to do, because it'll be pretty easy to do. That just pulls, it's just a pressure around the wire. We just pull, there's 6 feet of cable on it. So we could easily pull it up, and we could even set it, a few inches off the ceiling. It doesn't have to be down that way. No, it'll.
Is that just cable and just hanging? I thought it was like a conduit that was. Oh, okay then.
It's just wire.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to still want to move it to that, or one of those two.
Yeah, I'd like to get it just behind these lights. Right in the center.
Yeah, like right about there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one. Either way. That was, okay.
So should I leave it at this for today then?
Yeah, it's new this for today. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be actually out in Kirkwood for his next stream, next press conference.